Chuck to a bar, chuck to a bar, chuck to a motherfucking bar. It's showtime. Let's go.
Yo, yo, yo. We're here with Fred and Danny on Chuck's Crypto Roundhouse episode 2. I'm really excited today. We just had the ETF approval, which is great for Chuck since Chuck's paired with Ethereum on the base chain. How are you guys feeling today?
Good, man. Good. Always great to be on here with you chatting, and awesome that ETF approval came through. I think literally just before stream, just like 20 minutes ago, I saw that ETF was approved, something that I wasn't expecting a week ago. But yeah.
And Fred,
great intro, by the way. Pretty cool. Is that AI?
Oh yes, yeah. The dance is AI. Yeah, it was these guys here. Davatoli from Dirty Degens. I think he's Scott, who helped. Actually, Josh from Dirty Degens is the one who hooked me up with the website that does the AI dancing. It's really fun.
Is the song AI?
Yeah, and I've got another one later. They actually said I can use their one from Dirty Degens, so I'm gonna put that on later.
Shout out to those guys, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Dirty Degens. They're keen to come back on too, so we'll probably have them on next week. So make sure you come tune in next week as well. Yeah, we're doing well
in the house, Jason.
Yeah, it's going well. Big A. Chuck to a buck.
Chuck to a buck.
So what can we say? This week we've got the raid bot going. That thing's going off the hook. You guys been raiding?
Yeah, I really like that in the Telegram the Telegram chat. They just implemented the raid bot, and what that is it forces people to raid, so people can't be passive participants. If they want to participate in the chat, they have to fulfill a certain criteria for raiding. So, for instance, they'll link a post from Twitter, and they'll say this chat doesn't open until we get 20 likes, 5 retweets, and 2 bookmarks. So I really like that. Have you seen that? Have you seen that, Fred, in the Telegram?
I'm in quite a few Telegrams, but I have seen it being used a lot in different groups. I didn't notice the one in Chuck that it was used in Chuck, but it's interesting. It's good.
Just this week. Yeah, just this week. The team's been experimenting with it. It's pretty fun.
I like it because, it just kind of forces people's hands to, and reminds them, I guess, really to get out there and raid, because that's how, meme coins gain awareness, is through the community creating awareness, going out there and spreading the word. OG Vault, Chuck ETF, let's get it, man.
Let's get it. And I just want to quickly go back and shout out the General. He does a lot of our raiding. It's a very, very big part of the community. So,
yeah, General's great, man.
It's all really exciting. So, Fred, I want to ask you, how did you get into crypto overall, and how did you find Chuck? So you can go whichever order you like.
Crypto overall, I got in when I made my first buy in 2018, July 2018, XRP. And then fast forward to now, I got into Chuck because I just started seeing on my Twitter the memes of it, and I'm like, oh, Chuck. And obviously I know the whole Chuck Norris thing. I've heard all the jokes and all that stuff, and I don't know, it just spoke to me. I'm like, wow, this is a pretty cool meme, because I started looking into meme projects because I haven't really been into them too much, and this is the one that spoke to me, so I decided, let me jump in.
And you have awesome. You have a YouTube channel as well, and I've seen you've covered Chuck, and you do very good coverage.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. I have two YouTube channels, one in English and one in Spanish. The English one is small. The Spanish one is a little bit bigger. And yeah, I do cover Chuck. I pretty much just cover everything that I invest in, and Chuck is like my biggest meme coin holding right now. So
does that mean you have to do your show twice? Like, do you do the same thing in English and same thing? Oh, no way. Yeah, which one do you do first? Spanish?
English. I do English first, and then because it's easier, I think in English, and then that kind of makes actually the Spanish one better because I get rid of all like the mistakes or whatever that I did.
That's awesome. So how big's your Spanish channel?
I think I got like almost 8,000 subscribers.
Oh, that's awesome. That's heaps. Oh, that's wicked. That's cool. And yeah, I know your English one's growing as well. And I've watched that and done some comments and
English
stuff.
one is tiny. We just started doing that one, but I saw that the English is like everyone has an English one, right? For crypto, and the Spanish one there's not really too much good info.
Oh, it's a niche. Good niche.
Yeah, you can slide into a niche over there.
Yeah, more than anything, I'm really trying. I think crypto is the way, man. Crypto is like if you do it right, you can make generational wealth, man. You know, and I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've never seen anything like it. And I've been in business since I was young. I've never seen anything like the amount of money you can make in such a short time, like you can in crypto. So,
yeah, 100%.
I want to tell as many people about it as I possibly can, you know, so that they can change their lives too.
Yeah, that's like me. I've been shouting from the rooftops to my family. Some have listened, most haven't. But it's crazy though, because you see, as Danny's mentioned this before as well, like as the market sort of heats up, you get more and more phone calls. Like more and more people are like interested. But it's obviously it's higher up by then. It's like you're telling them about down here, and now they're like, it's up here. Let's start buying in. And you're like, you can buy in now, but it's not. You're gonna miss half the gains or more. Sometimes they buy the top, right? And I guess that's what you call dumb money, right? Do you guys see the movie Dumb Money?
Yeah, it was pretty good. That's the what's it called? The GameStop.
Yeah, the GameStop.
The GameStop movie.
Really good. Really good movie.
Brockton.
It shows how us the little people can actually.
Who's from Massachusetts?
We have a lot of power.
The GameStop guy.
Ron Kitty. And he wears a red bandana like Chuck.
Yeah, I think he's Chuck fam in his heart. He doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, Chuck Buck, ETF, baby. Yeah, this is an awesome day. Like my whole, Chuck is a big part of my portfolio, but I have more than just Chuck. And the Chuck is my biggest meme coin by far. What's crazy is I went through my meme coins, and I used to have only utility tokens. I had no meme coins at all, pretty much at all until this year. And I might have had like Pepe last year, but I think I was mostly like trading that. I made some good money on that. But I now have 9 meme coins.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah, 9 meme
really
coins.
Branching out. You're buying a lot of the stuff that you see on Dirty Degens?
I got a couple. I won't lie, they haven't done so well so far, but
you know what? A lot of meme coins are down recently.
Yeah.
Can I ask what made you get into memes?
I've just seen the narrative is very much on memes. I know that narrative can shift, but it seems like if you guys have seen lottery tickets, just normal lottery tickets, nothing to do with crypto, the lottery ticket sales are the highest they've ever been. So that means everyone is in like a gambling sort of mood. And like, I think they realize that their dollars aren't going very far. So everyone's trying to do whatever they can to get out of debt and to make money, and that by buying lottery tickets, right? And meme coins are sort of like lottery tickets. I mean, if you get the right meme, obviously it's going to the moon. Imagine getting Pepe at 1 million market cap. It's at 6 billion now. 6 billion. What is that? Is that a 6,000x? I think
it's crazy.
So it's pretty crazy.
It's nuts. Yeah. But the thing is to hold it from a $1 million market cap to 6 billion is something else, though, right? Because there's so many dumps along the way, and so I think very few people can hold for that long. Something that's so volatile.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
I think it's also pretty hard to sell though sometimes because people can round trip, ride it all the way up and then ride it all the way down.
Yeah.
With Pepe, Danny, I saw someone posted this, and it was showing the breakdown of what you had to ride through to get to like 1 billion market cap, and it was like up to, I don't know, it was like 150 million market cap. Then it dropped down to like, I don't know, like 30 million. And then back up to like 250 and then 300. So they have these constant back and forth, huge swings. And we've noticed that with Chuck already, right? We hit 32 million market cap, and then it dropped down to like 5 million. That's a pretty significant drop. And then back to, I think we hit 13 million up and then now it's sort of had a really strong foundation around 8-9 million market cap.
Yeah, and you really need to, I guess, have the stomach for that sort of volatility, right? I mean, crypto is volatile enough, but memes are, hyper volatile. And so, I think we were talking to the DGens. I'd mentioned Ponky. You guys familiar with Ponky?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Solana, it's, I guess, like their version of Pepe or whatever. I got in that early, pretty early. And I sold early because I don't know, I didn't have a firm grasp on it. I bought it, looked good. I saw that, it was newer. But if you look at, I'm going to share my screen, Jordan.
Yeah, sure.
Give me a second. Where is it? Here we go. Do you have to authorize me? Or
no.
Can you share it?
I didn't see it. It just came up.
If you look at the Ponky chart, when it came out at 7 cents on drop day, I guess it shot up there, and it dropped down all the way down to a penny, right? So it immediately went down about 70%, and it went sideways for about a month before making a new all-time high, right? Almost 9 cents, but then again went down to about 2 cents. So another 70% drop. And then it went sideways for like a month. And this is when people get shaken out. That's when I got shaken out because it was boring. And, if you're not, I wasn't in the community. I was watching them. I followed them. I saw the memes. And I thought they had good branding and good marketing, but I didn't know enough about the community and whatnot. And so I sold. I got shaken out. I made profit, but it went sideways again, and then it made a new high where I went up to 15 cents. Again, then dumped off about 50 to 60%, but it made a higher low, right? And now we see it's at about a $200 million market cap. And so, no one knows what will happen to Chuck, but if it's going to get to, $100 million market cap, which I think it can do, I think there are going to be similar ups and downs, right? And right now we're in that consolidation period after that first dump. And, I would expect that catch some more momentum, hopefully make it a new all-time high. But, the road from 1 million to 100 million to 1 billion or whatever it is not in a straight line ever. Mm-hmm. Right. And there are always profits that are going to be taken.
Sure.
Yeah. And so Chuck, go for it.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that's a nice chart. It's a good chart. Ponky looks like it.
Yeah.
It looks like Chuck could look like that in a few months when we get
older
market cap, because you can see the dumps. It's the same sort of dumps we've already had.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think will Chuck will, if you guys can prognosticate, what do you guys think Chuck will peak out at?
Well, I think you go all the way, man. You go all the way. The new Pepe.
Multi-billion market cap.
Pepe's from last year, right? Pepe's 2023, right? We're 2024
now.
now.
Pepe came out in the bear market.
Look, I don't know if it could reach that level. It could definitely get to 1 billion. If it gets to 1 billion, there's a chance it can get to multi-billion. But by the way, by the time Chuck gets to 1 billion, Pepe could be at 20 billion, right? So 1 billion still be absolutely amazing. And it's going to be crazy because it's possible if Pepe becomes the new Dogecoin or Shiba of this cycle, Pepe could hit 100 billion market cap, right? And what does that mean? That means Chuck could probably hit 5 million market cap. Oh, sorry, 5 billion, not million. So it's just crypto's insane. Crypto's insane. The amount of money is going to come in the market is going to be insane. And I'm just really excited to see what happens. I want to also point out that Chuck did 10x from after it launched. It came up and then came back down, and it sort of consolidated for a while. And if you got in around the 2 million market cap, it did more than a 10x there, even from 3 million. Went to 32 million. That was over a 10x, right?
In a very short period of time.
Down. And so the next 10x from here would be 80 million market cap, right? 80 to 90 million. And that's easily possible. We saw it only took 3 days to get from, I think it was from 7 million market cap to 32 million. That was 3 days. It doesn't take a lot of time in crypto for it to just run up like crazy.
You get those parabolic runs. You'll get like a long period of like, boring sideways action, and then you'll get these big pumps.
And so that first hump looks huge right now, but once the market cap gets much higher, it's going to look like a little bump, right? It's going to look just like that Ponky chart.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like my mindset is I don't have any firm expectation of Chuck. I think that early on, and I said this on I think it was Twitter Spaces. If $10 million market cap, it's like, oh, it'd be pretty dope to get to $10 million market cap. And it did that fairly easily. Right now it's holding there.
Danny, I called out your FUD in one of our groups. I think we hit like 6 million or something. Danny's like, oh, next week, 10 million. I'm like, FUD, that's tomorrow. And it actually happened the next day. And I was like, oh, I didn't actually expect that quickly. It was...
So for me, like my eyes are now on like 50 to 100. And then I take it as it goes, right? If you get there, and you can hold it, or, if it goes down again and then holds a higher low, then I can say, all right, now my eyes are on the next target. And I'm just kind of playing it like that. I don't know where this story ends or where it goes. I just know that there is a shot for it to, do very well. And with a meme coin, I think that's what you, when you're buying it at a low valuation, that's what you want, is a shot.
That's right. And the good meme coins all do have utility. And we know that Chuck is getting some utility. Did you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, in terms of the burn lottery thing?
Yeah, the burn lottery. Yeah. And there's other stuff too, but we're not going to talk about that now.
I had mentioned the burn lottery on the Twitter Spaces. Yeah. And that should be, that's pretty much ready now. I got word from the people who were working on it and team. That's ready. It's going to come out next week sometime, and end of next week. We got a holiday weekend in America, Memorial Day weekend. It's a very busy weekend. So sometime next week, you should be getting firm details on the burn lottery, and then it'll be live. And that'll allow people to, wager some Chuck and possibly win some Chuck, and then in the process, burn some Chuck. So that'll be a cool feature, and it'll also burn.
Yeah. We love burns. Everyone loves burns. I'm going to tell this one joke that Ben put up because it's just too funny.
Yeah.
Chuck went to a feminist rally, came out with his shirt ironed, holding a sandwich. LFG.
Wow.
That's a good one. You get canceled for that.
Yeah.
Ben's about to get canceled. The stream's going to get demonetized.
You mentioned Dirty DJs before. Well, guess what? Get ready.
Now hold your ass to the holla because Chuck won't stop. Fuck your doctor coins, Chuck is real. Compared to him, those beta memes have zero appeal. Chuck even keeps the bears restrained. Chuck willing themselves respectfully to his base layer chain. So while you're bullshit crypto dumps and farts, Chuck put another back handle onto the chart. Don't even fuck with Chuck, he owns the space. You'll need Ethereum, but with Tron's a base Ethereum trace and Chuck on Uniswap.
Shout out to Dirty DJs. They said we can use that. So
those guys are good dancers.
Great dancers. If you guys don't subscribe, everyone in the channel, if you don't sub to them already, Cryptos Are Us Plus is the channel. Dirty DJs, they cover a lot of great stuff, including.
Speaking of that as well, Fred, your YouTube channel is also linked in the description. So anyone watching this, if you like Fred, make sure you go and like and subscribe to him, as well as Danny and myself if you haven't. So yeah, it's a really, really fun time in crypto right now. I guess we should talk more about the overall market as well.
Sure.
What do you guys think is going to happen in the short term with Ethereum? Do you think it's going to dump a little bit?
It's hard to. Let's see. Let's pull it up.
Oh, it looks like it's not going to dump.
Look at that. I don't know. I'm wondering if my expectation prior to this cycle is a bit different now with the ETFs, right? And my expectation prior to this was that we'd see like some more sideways action for, possibly into the summer. But this ETF is now kicking off. You look at Ethereum was at $3,000 prior to the news that there was a 75% chance of an ETF, and it pumped pretty hard, almost up 33% off of that. So we'll see. Then it's going to start trading, and then there's going to be all this need for more Ethereum, and it's going to put a lot of sell pressure. Buy pressure on it, and I think we might see some. This might kick off some an alt, rally.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I would like to know, and I'm not sure when they're gonna actually go live as far as trading goes. I don't know if it's a few weeks, a few months. So that's going to be something. It's always a little bit of a sell the news event right at the beginning, so we could see a little drop off. But my gut says that maybe we start getting to the 70,000 level and we start establishing a base. I don't know how high we go after that. I mean, I thought we were going to have a dull summer, at least May and June, maybe into July. But some charts that I'm looking at also say that alt season could be around July too. So
yeah, I'm very happy with an accelerated cycle. Like if this year is a major year, and then next year it's maybe, I don't know. I'm very happy with this year being big pop off cycle, because that would be good for my financials. And I'm looking at buying my dream house now, so that's exciting. And I'm actually selling my house, so some info there. So it's going to be really, really good next couple of years. Danny, what do you think? Do you think accelerated cycle this year being the?
I mean, I've thought my thought process has been that we top out a little earlier this cycle, end of the year to February. But again, I'm open to multiple possibilities. No one knows. Hindsight's 2020. But yeah, I've thought that. Just because the Bitcoin ETF, we've never had no new all-time high for Bitcoin prior to it having, right? So
yeah,
it's kind of kick things into gear.
Yeah, with Bitcoin and Ethereum, both ETFs now approved. That's we've never had anything like that in a cycle. So this is new.
It's pretty big. One thing we should keep in mind is the rate cuts. When this act, to me, that's pretty big, and I don't envision a blow off top happening until at least there's a rate cut.
And also the printing of money, right? The M2 money supply is starting to print now a little bit. Last time I checked, it was just a little uptick. I don't know if they've continued that on yet. I haven't really been checking it. Got an interesting question here. Thoughts on Trump accepting crypto on his website? And positive comments.
Yeah, I think it's bullish for crypto, and I think that Trump's embracing crypto is putting pressure on now the Democrats to also do a bit of a 180 and embrace crypto, because there are a lot of people who are just one issue voters, and this is going to be a super tight. I think it's going to be a tight election again. Trump actually has the lead in terms of polls, but Biden's going to have to fight for all the votes he can get, and losing out on even a small percentage of voters who are just one issue voters is something that they don't want to do.
Yeah, I think the reason why we got approved is because of the pressure the politicians put on the SEC.
Yeah. So do you guys think that's to try and keep Joe Biden back, still in power by pushing through everything now and be like, oh, look, our government let this go through
100%.
after a force, basically.
Yeah, and I think we've been hearing more positive speak from Democrats about overall crypto. So, yeah, I think it's political. I think they're all just trying to get votes. And it's so funny because the person who kicked it off, did you catch the interview? Trump was doing like a rally or something, and some crypto bro with sunglasses in the back said he had a question, and Trump took the question and he's like, what about crypto? And that's when Trump was like all pro crypto and whatnot, and that kind of spurred this whole thing. It's kind of like
it's because of his NFTs, right? If it wasn't for his NFTs, he wouldn't be pro crypto because he didn't really understand.
Anything he can make money on, he's gonna make money on.
That he understands it now because of those. Because he had like millions of dollars of Ethereum, right? I think he cashed about half of it out.
Yeah, he hated Bitcoin 3 years ago.
So he did. He hated it. Big A says probably means lower, not as low. What?
Bear market lows on ETH and Bitcoin not as low in the past.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's going to be. Well, look, we could get like a the gold ETF, right? We could have 8 years of sort of up only. Especially if Bitcoin actually gets properly squeezed. We've never ever had Bitcoin actually get properly squeezed where there's not enough supply. You always talk about supply and demand, but Bitcoin's never run out of supply on exchanges. But it's getting to that point now where I think there's less on exchanges than there's ever been now for Bitcoin.
Coinbase is running thin, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they all are because of the ETFs just sucking it up, eating all the Bitcoins, like the Cookie Monster.
It'll cause the price to go up.
Yeah, supply and demand.
But the thing is, we've never experienced actually the exchanges running out of Bitcoin. That could make it go to the moon, right? That makes Bitcoin go to infinity.
Infinity? That's a new Moon Boy prediction from Jordan Riz.
No, that's from Raoul Paul talks about that, saying that if there's no Bitcoin on any exchanges, it goes to infinity, right? There's no, and because they keep printing money, like there's, if they go and double all of US's supply of money again in the next couple of years, like they did last time during that COVID time period, they literally doubled the supply of US dollars, right? If they do that again, man, that is going to be a lot of money that's going to go into Bitcoin.
But Jamie Dimon said they could just print more Bitcoin. Did you catch that?
What do you say? Print more
Jamie
Bitcoin?
Dimon.
Yeah.
He's the head of.
Okay.
Yeah. He said, "Well, who's to say that they can't just make more Bitcoin?"
Yeah, he's not the brightest. I give him that.
He's probably very smart. He's just older. He's the old guard, and those guys they don't want to accept it. I mean, they're coming around now because they have to, right? They want to continue to make money. But this guy's just still. I don't know. Maybe it's subterfuge. Maybe he's trying to act like that, and on the other side, he's doing something else. His company's buying Bitcoin, or doing whatever the hell they have to do.
Yeah, him and Peter Schiff.
I saw Daddy on Bases heating up. I think I saw on Rodney's channel. He's talking about it.
What's that? Is that a meme coin?
Yeah, it's called Daddy. I don't know. I think it looks pretty up though. Like it still looks like what Chuck did before it had a big crash. I'd be worried about grabbing one that's just in a straight line up.
For sure. Yeah. Even when Chuck was running up, I had people DMing me. I had family members. Should I buy more? Should I buy more? And I was telling them a universal rule for me is I don't like chasing into pumps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait for that pullback, which eventually will come.
It comes.
Stavros Green says, personally thinks we're on a short, very bullish cycle, and then 2025 to 2028, the worst crashes we've ever seen yet. That's where we come in again. I don't think, because as Danny and Fred are talking about, the rate cuts are coming probably at the end of the year and the start of next year. So I don't think we're going to have a crash till maybe 2026. That'll probably be the next.
It's a little hard to predict those things, and most people get them wrong anyway. I mean, they called for a recession in 2022. They called for a recession in 2023. They called for a recession in 2024. So it's impossible to really predict. Sometimes you're just blindsided by these things. Rate cuts, I wonder now if the Fed's going to be under a lot of pressure to cut rates prior to the election in November and do it in September in order to juice markets so that, Democrats can tout a hot stock market heading into election season because, they're going to be putting pressure on them.
That's true. That's a good point.
That makes sense. I was going to say something. It's gone. So what tokens are you guys looking at the moment that aren't meme coins? Danny, is anything that you like that's slightly sensible?
Yeah, I've been just accumulating the stuff that I like. Rio for the RWA narrative, AI, AI tech.
I got AI tech.
Yeah,
those are my favorites. You're picking my favorites now.
Yeah, we have similar bags. I've been adding to a Naka, and I added a bit of Medicaid for my gaming.
MK8.
And I added some Tectum.
Oh, hey, Medicaid had a countdown timer yesterday for like 24 hours. Do you know what it was? Because it must be done.
Their migration. They're migrating to base.
Oh, so it's finished, completed now.
Well, yeah, I think now there's a time frame for you can now migrate your Medicaid from Ethereum to base network, bridge it or whatever. I haven't done it yet. I'm waiting to
They were also teasing a new exchange. Do you know if that's out?
I've heard that they are. Russ had said that more exchanges are coming post migration.
Bill Garner, you still got Pepe? You still got the Pepe? I actually switched up some of my whiff for Pepe yesterday.
When did you get in on whiff?
Probably around 1 billion, I think 1 or 2 billion. It's at like 3 or 4 now. So, I already had Pepe. And I just sort of added to my Pepe. How do I bridge MK? Make sure you go through the proper channels.
Yeah,
because
I would go to their
people got scammed. One of the old OGs in Medicaid actually got scammed, and he got a fake bridge, and he lost all his Medicaid.
Be careful, whatever you do.
It was like 3 million. It was a lot.
Yeah, I go to their official website. There's a super bridge, it's called, where you connect your MetaMask wallet, send over tokens, and then they send back on base. But to my understanding, when they send them back, the tokens are hidden. Sometimes that happens where you have to import them manually.
Yeah,
someone
like
told me.
your MetaMask. You got to add the contract to the MetaMask.
So maybe do a small portion first, Dino, from a separate wallet that you're connecting, maybe a clean wallet. That's how I do things. Like I'm always
That's
ultra
always
safe.
the best way to do it. Yeah, I have like a sort of tester wallet that don't put anything too important in, and you can always just use the same tester wallet.
Fred, what other alts do you like?
So I made my thesis on like at the bear market, right? My plan to accumulate. My thesis was pick up AI plays, RWA plays, and gaming plays. So
nice, yeah.
You mentioned Rio. I got in Rio earlier, but my main bag after I sold was at 13 cents. Nice. I got a bunch of these RWA plays like Land, Credify, Stowbox, very, very early. I'm also big on Trias. For our gaming play, for example, I like Synverse. It's at a good buy price. You mentioned Tectum. Tectum is actually at a very good buy price. I think right now it's pretty much bottomed out from its local high. I think this will prove to be more or less the bottom, unless the market goes south, obviously. You always have to keep that in mind. But I think we're in a bullish market, so I think this is the bottom out price for Tectum. I think it's going to do well. I got into Tectum at $4.46.
Nice.
What gaming tokens? You said gaming tokens.
My portfolio is good, guys. And only recently have I started doing the memes. As you guys know, Chuck is my biggest holding. Last week I bought Ponky, as you mentioned, Ponky. Just small little plays though, small little bets on these things. I have Sloth, which is also a Solana play. Toshi and Benji are two base plays that I'm in right now. And that's it. I actually have Cute Cat Candle. What is it? Cute Cat Candle. Small little play on that. The meme looks cute. But and a new one actually that's only a couple months old called Neural AI. I just bought it in at $2.32. It's got a 4% tax though, so something you got to take a look at. But it looks promising.
Yep, good for Danny.
No, I was saying when you're looking at these, it's good to have perspective of, I'm not really, the only other meme coin I have is Cock, which I got in kind of early on. So I'm interested to hear your perspective on, are you in those other meme-like communities? Or are you seeing how they're moving?
Yeah, I honestly think it's extreme. If you're going to get into a project, you got to go into like their Telegram. I don't really use too much Discord, but you have to know what's up with the community. You have to see what they're talking about, how the energy is in there, and you're like energy. But in terms of like, are they toxic? Yeah. You know what I mean? Are they like more supportive? All that stuff plays a big part. The community is very important. So before I get in, I always like to check and see, and I ask questions in there, and I try to get a read for what the community is like. If they're happy, if the investors are happy in there, then more or less you should be good. If they're upset and pissed off, then maybe you should take a pause and kind of reassess your decision to go into this project. So yeah, I have looked in. For example, Rocky and Boomer are also two other ones that I'm in, and I think I like those communities because they were very welcoming and very positive. And then the other thing that I like to check is how active are they on Twitter. right? How much stuff do they put out, and what type of interactions do they get? And if it's good, then you should be generally good.
Yeah. Nice.
Also, I saw the Medicaid CEO Russ is in the chat in official Telegram.
Oh, is he in the truck Telegram?
Yeah, yeah, and he's saying they've now joined us on base, and he said something about cooking together. I'm not sure what that means. So,
No,
we'll find out.
Opening it up right now.
We'll find out eventually.
Here he is, Russell M. Cade. Yeah, I like Russ. Russ is a great. I think he's a really strong CEO. I had him on the channel a couple months ago. I've been in on Medicaid for a while. I had him on the channel. He's smart. He's aggressive. He wants to win. They brought on the co-founder of Rockstar Games, the producer of GTA.
Is Jamie Foxx?
Jamie King. Jamie Foxx is the comedian.
My bad.
The guy who played Ray Charles. Jamie King. Co-founder Rockstar Games, producer of GTA 2. I think he worked on Red Dead Redemption, and they hired him as an advisor. When I saw that for Medicaid, I already liked them beforehand, but I knew that they weren't playing around. And what they're doing is trying to do a better job than Naka in terms of running these tournaments, creating an ecosystem of different communities. They got Wilder World in there, a AAA game. So yeah, I like
pump my bags, Danny. Danny, pump my bags.
I like him a lot, man.
What's the market cap?
It's low now. I think it's maybe 10 million.
It's at a very good price right now.
It's at support. It's at strong support. It's been beaten down like everything, but also because they have this migration.
It's at 17 million right now.
17 million. Because they're in the process of this migration, a lot of people have been holding off.
But I think it hit close to like 80 or something million.
I think the high was about 40 million.
I thought it was higher.
It was about 2.5. Well, you're right. When it first came out, before I was tracking it, it got to 4 cents or something. But also the tokenomics are favorable to other gaming tokens that have heavy dilution. MK's fully in circulating supply.
Yeah, I think CoinMarketCap might have the wrong stats on that, but yeah, I know Russ has definitely says all in supply.
It's all in supply, yeah.
100% dilution, and yeah,
man, I talked myself into buying some more.
It's good.
Buy Chuck, buy MK.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do you guys think about Bitcoin? What do you think we're going to end the year with Bitcoin? I'm going to say 200,000.
For the cycle or for the year?
For end of the year, 200,000.
It's too hard. I'm going to go end of cycle for me, and I'm going to say 125.
Too low.
This year, I say between 80 and 100, and then if the blow-off top is in 2025, I'd say between 200 and 250. If the blow-off top is earlier, 150.
Okay. Yeah. So really, it just depends. No one knows, as you've said, Danny. We're just guessing. We're speculating. Not financial advice, guys.
Yeah, we're all guessing.
But yeah, it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah, I tend to be a little more cautious, I guess. I can see it getting higher.
I was gonna say, because of that, Danny, you've been right about a certain red circle when you're being more more reserved, and you seem to be right on that front. Sometimes we make predictions and we I think you said before, don't marry your bags. It's definitely
100%. Don't marry your bags. And so yeah, what I've learned from my experience, and like you, Fred, I got in a little bit in like 2017, 2018, and XRP was one of the first ones that I bought. That Bitcoin, Ethereum, some Litecoin. Last cycle, obviously. Last cycle, I married some of my bags, and I learned not to do that. And also learn to be open to different outcomes, right? And not to expect a certain market cap or a certain, price on something, and, sell on the way up.
I was going to ask you guys, what is your exit strategy? Where are you guys? For example, Chuck, where would you guys sell or start selling, or what would be like your plan to sell?
For me, I'll probably be selling small amounts, around 100 million market cap, and it just depends, where we go from that. Yeah, I'm not too rushed on selling it. I see it as a long-term project, and I know a lot of what's going on in the background. So I know that there's tons of stuff coming. It's not going to be just a meme coin. But yeah, definitely, I might take small profits when I need it, just purely for. By the way, Fred, you don't probably know too much about my story, but I used to run a lot of businesses, but I sort of sold them all off last year and went all in on crypto, and now I literally live off crypto. That's another reason why I'm selling my house, so that I can move to a family home temporarily, a shared house that I won't have to pay any money for, and build up our capital and everything, and not spend any more of my crypto in the meantime. Well, until it's heated up, because I hate taking out $1,000 or $10,000 and knowing that could be, a 10x could be $100,000 worth, even though I'm taking out 10,000, right? So, and that way I'm going to be able to spend some of the money from the capital from the house instead, without touching my crypto. But yeah, I pretty much live off crypto. So if I need a little bit of cash here and there, I might take a tiny bit out. But yeah, I'm gonna sort of here we go. I think Savros said here, dollar cost average out, same way as dollar cost average in. It's a great idea.
Yeah, I think that's the way. I haven't set targets on Chuck yet, but I'll do it in very small increments, as it goes up, and we'll see how it goes.
Big A, was Jordan selling half his OMI 6 months ago the best decision ever? Big A, it was more than half, and yes, I'm very happy with it, because that money is actually multiplied instead of pretty much being a stable coin otherwise, right? I don't think it really moved much. Thanks, Bill. Bill Garner in the house.
Bill Garner was good.
Yeah, he's an awesome community member.
Uno Sean's a great guy.
Look, if OMI goes crazy and does like 100x, it could come back, right? But I don't think it's this year. I honestly think it'll be next year if OMI does anything. But I know there's things cooking for OMI as well. I spoke to Randy after our show on Tuesday around the Coinverse, and he was like, "Well, Monday for you guys in the US, Tuesday for me." So I'm always like, today is Friday for me in the morning. I know it's Thursday night for you guys. Yeah, I'm a day ahead. You guys are a day behind me. Yeah, Randy was giving me some alpha. He's telling me that there's stuff coming. Randy always has the ins. He knows. But yeah, he said that before as well, and then things haven't moved for OMI. So it is, it's disappointing when you really into a crypto and you learn everything about it and then nothing happens. Yeah, look, if the Comey team does deliver, it'll still take off. But so far, unfortunately, they just have not delivered, right? 5 to 10 exchanges, like 3 years ago, that has not happened. We got 2 this year and then lost 1. Anyway, we shouldn't talk about OMI here. I know there's some community members in Chuck that are very much sour on the whole OMI and VV thing, so we don't want to talk too much about it. Fred, do you know much about OMI?
Not really. I did buy some last cycle.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think I sold at a loss. I think I bought probably at the top. It wasn't one of my bigger holdings. Okay. And then after that, I kind of just lost interest. I didn't follow up with the project because I was focused on other sectors of the market.
Yeah, because the idea of it is a great idea, right? VV is an app that they sell NFTs. They make huge amounts of revenue, right? Huge amounts of money. They make hundreds of thousands of dollars. Danny, do you want me to share your screen?
Yeah, I do. I wanted to go over some of the great content being created in the Chuck community.
Chuck memes.
I bookmarked some of my favorite memes. You guys see this one?
Yeah, this one's great. Can you start it again? Your sound's off.
Can you hear it?
No, start it again.
Are you able to hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it now. Yeah, I can hear it now. Oh, sound isn't working.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That was a good one, man. I think Andrew made that one. Was that Andrew?
I'm not sure, but Danny, your sound wasn't working. It's weird because it worked.
Oh, it wasn't working.
It worked and it stopped working. I'm not sure.
I don't know why. You know what? It does that when I present on YouTube for some reason. But Andrew also made this one.
Oh, how about maybe I'll find these. Are these just from the Chuck page?
Yeah, they're on. Let me see. Well, go to Andrew's. Here he is. Andrew Drew at Drew Poopanu. Drew Poopanu.
Oh man, that's a difficult one.
Yeah, but I love the this one was dope, and then Comey Boys, not a Comey, Chuck Boys. Did you catch his?
Yeah, I love Chuck Boys.
Chuck Boy did this one where he made this video. It's pretty dope.
I'll chuck it on because I've got the sound going.
Yeah. Do you see other communities active like that, Fred? When you talked about like being in Benji and these other ones?
I
think Chuck is a bit more. I think the base, the community is a little bit more about it. Just a little bit. Actually, a little bit. Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Okay, you're gonna wake up and buy Chuck. You're gonna like, comment, and repost. You with me? Paper hands can suck my life. Oh crap! You guys don't even have phones. Oh well. Who wants to go pee on some shit?
You're going through a tight one.
Where did Chuck Boy get all those dogs from?
I don't know. He did have a lot of dogs, didn't he?
He had all those dogs, and were they tied to his junk?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm not
pulling him by his
sure.
junk, right?
Yes, they were.
So where will we find some of these memes? Oh, here we go.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, I retweeted most of them. This one's dope.
You ready?
I love this one.
Can you guys hear the sound?
Yeah.
Dude, that's gonna be bad.
Don't put your hand there. Move it. Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, it's much better the sound.
And he came out as Edge. I love wrestling, right? So he came out. Oh, this is dope right here.
Right?
He was made by Zach. He makes the dopest videos.
Yeah, Zach's pretty awesome. This one's you, right?
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
So good.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun there.
Vein thing. I was born in it.
Yeah.
Even though price pulled back on Chuck, the community continues strong. Holders increased.
Yeah. And I think, for meme coins, the key thing is the community, how they respond to adversity. And I think now Chuck has over 3,000 holders. And prior, when we were at 32 million market cap, we had like 2.7 thousand holders. Now we have a lower market cap and over 3,000 holders. So as long as the community stays putting out content like this, stays rating, we'll do well.
Well, that's
and it was the rating that got you in, Fred. So
yeah, it's true. And And back to the question: do other communities do it to that level? I don't think so. Not to that level. All the stuff that they put out, and that's big. Community is hugely important in crypto, and even more so in memes, from what I've seen.
Yeah. So and the thing about it is, and why it's important for everyone to work for their bags, is you turn one person onto it. Like for instance, you were attracted to Chuck based on stuff you saw on X, but now you have a YouTube channel and you're talking to your 8,000 sub audience about Chuck, and now that spread. So it's kind of like you get one person in, then you're really getting, it's like a multiplier effect.
Yeah, for sure.
Harsh,
So that's why I'm pretty careful of what I put out. What I only talk about what I'm invested in. I don't talk about anything that I'm not invested in, that I don't believe in. So that's why I will talk about Chuck.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and mostly because I know about what I'm holding. You know what I mean? I think like there are a lot of plays in crypto, a lot of good stuff that I don't hold. I love AGI, but I just don't know, because I don't follow them. I can't speak on them as well, so I just basically talk about things that I know.
Yeah, there's more than like 10,000 different tokens, right? There's more than 10,000.
There are way more than that.
Impossible to know the ins and outs of more than about 10 of them, right?
Yeah.
2.4 million.
It's crazy. There are a lot of tokens.
Yeah, I won't count. I won't count like 2 million of those that are just meme coins.
2.4 million plus. Crypto.
It's crazy, and it's just growing exponentially every day.
I think last cycle was like less than 10,000, right? But this cycle seems to be, we're going to be like a lot more.
Yeah, last cycle there was way less than 2.4 million.
That's nuts. But that's because there's I saw there's some sort of gambling one where you create this token, and everyone has to like raise capital for it, and then it gets instantly launched as a token on a DEX, and then it gets like some liquidity put to it. Have you seen that, Danny? It was in.
Is that new site?
Yeah. It was some pump it up one.
Yeah. That's made to kind of like launch meme coins.
So Reddit will literally launch like hundreds of meme coins every week just from this one, like, funny website. So it's very easy to launch a token now compared to what it was, right?
Which is, I think, why it's important to have a strong brand and something that's very memeable that can, stand out against the crowd, because it's getting more crowded than ever, right? And there's some of these meme coins, like, I think that I don't see much in them in terms of memeability.
A lot of really horrible ones. I don't understand why people think they're like funny. And it's like there's some of the stupid stuff you can possibly think of, and even like the memes they put out look terrible. But I go and I look at some of them on Deck Screener, and they've got like a really low market cap. They're in like the hundreds of K range, right? Most of them, and they also have very little liquidity back in them.
Yeah.
And they usually have a pretty bad Deck score. So like 99% of the stuff you see in memes is going to rug pull. Like it's a really high odds of being rug pulled in meme coins. You be super careful. Even some that look legit end up rugging as well. So I'm very cautious of the meme coins that I've got. There's only one that I might get rugged on, so hopefully not. That's from the Dirty Gens, one of their ones.
I don't say it.
I won't say it. But they say that too. Like they say they only put tiny bags in, right? They put like 50. Of course. They call it a bar tab. That's something I love from Josh and Scott from Dirty Gens. Like they just put a bar tab on there. So it's like $50, $100, whatever.
Yeah, and if you're doing like that, then you're not, there's no big risk.
Yeah, I think Danny, you were with me last week. I think is Scott or Josh? One of them put in $100 and turned it into 80,000. But he didn't realize the gain.
I think he said.
Yeah,
but then he wrote it down to 10.
Yeah.
Still
$10,000 is not bad from $100. Well, was it $80? It was very.
I think it was $80 to like 100K.
Okay, yeah,
that's crazy, right?
Yeah. Only in crypto.
Only in crypto, man. I don't see anywhere else. Sure.
That's right. So we're going to wrap it up in the next few minutes. We usually try and keep these around an hour, not too long, not too short. So I think, Fred, can you maybe tell us what some of your top 2 or 3 picks of crypto are at the moment?
my top 2 or 3 picks.
Yeah.
Outside of meme plays, what I'm like most bullish on. I think. All right. Well, let's just focus on the 3 areas that I've been focusing on. So RWA play, I would say Rio. I'll give you 3. Relio, which is Rio. Stobox STBU, which I think is going to do extremely well. And then a third one on them could be kind of one that could surprise people, UBXS. And then my layer 1, I'm really bullish on Triaz. I think Triaz is gonna just do some amazing things. And for a gaming play, I would say Sinverse, because they already have a working game. I'm in that group chat a lot, and I see that those guys are constantly working. These are all low caps, by the way. I've focused on pretty much just low caps. And one that I'm, let's see, an RWA play. I mean, I'm sorry, an AI play. One that I like recently, I think is going to do well. Atlas Navi. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one. Kind of like they're like AI GPS for like cars, and I think they're gonna do well. I think the market cap's like only like 13 mil or something like that, so it's pretty new. So that's pretty much it. I mean, I can go on for days.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
What I can do, man. So
Danny, what's your top 3? I know he said Fredo said Rio, and that's one of yours, but
Rio, AI Tech, and TET, I think, are my 3 top picks for my small caps. And then the gaming stuff, you got like Knockout, like Medicaid, like a lot of stuff.
How big's your Medicaid bag? Have you said it before publicly?
No, I don't like saying these things publicly.
Is it in the millions? Is it in the million range? Is it in the million range?
Yeah.
Big boy.
Let's go.
All winners. Yeah. Alrighty. So my 3 favorite, we'll see. It's well, AI Tech and MCade, definitely. Epico, and Chuck to a buck, baby. Yeah, Chuck's definitely one of my favorites. What I was going to say before, we're talking about how easy it is to launch a token. After seeing what the team do in the back end for Chuck, man, I don't want to ever launch another token. It's so like there's so much that goes on. Like imagine doing this all yourself, right? Just launching a token and having to set up teams and do all the different socials and do all the branding and there's just so much that's involved. You need a big team to do it properly.
The thing is, you need a community.
Yeah, there's people trying to do it themselves, and they generally don't get anywhere. And that's what you
it's
really
gotta be. Yeah, it's got to be community driven, and like you and I have stepped up for the spaces, and you've got people who just like jump in and do like Telegram and admin stuff. So it's just a whole bunch of community members who are, doing different things.
Do you guys know the dev team?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on them? How do you feel about them as?
Very solid. Very solid.
They could have rugged us at any time, right? They've got team tokens. They could have sold them. They haven't, and they didn't touch. I think they didn't touch a single token, even when it hit 32 million market cap. So Danny, I really believe in the team, and devs, and we think that it's going to go to the moon. So,
very solid, trying to build something out that's not, trying to build it out long term, not,
it's not,
not to launch it and then whatever it does. And the great community of there are people in the community, and it's a tight knit community. So I know a lot of people I've known for a long time, like Jordan. Me and Jordan have known each other for years now, and a bunch of other people who are in this chat right now, I've known for a while. And so you have a whole bunch of really smart people with good skill sets who are stepping up and saying, let's, can we do this? Can we do this with Chuck? And so it's really a community project and community driven, a lot of the stuff, including that burn lottery thing. Yeah,
we've got other community members reaching out, telling us that they're working on a game for Chuck. And, I don't want to say too much more, but there's a lot of stuff happening. But I know there's one that recently said they're gonna build out a game for Chuck, and I know there's other stuff happening. But yeah, we don't want to tease too much, but I know that it's not just gonna be a meme coin. It's going to be meme, and they still do the donations. I guess we haven't really touched on that today. There's been a lot of donations, right? Over $7,500 worth of donations. I think it's actually close to 8,000, including the Wendy O donations.
Yeah.
But those two weren't to dog charities, I guess, specifically. But still, donations are donations, right? They're helping somebody somewhere.
For sure.
That's what I like to hear, guys. Makes me sleep better at night knowing that there's a good team behind them.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm gonna put out. I'm gonna close us out with. I think I'll do the same as last time, so you guys can just sort of dance to this. It's gonna take. It's gonna take out the whole screen.
I don't like the whole dancing thing on video.
All right, I'll put our intro as our outro. How about that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate your time. It's a lot of fun, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Chuck to a bar, chuck to a bar, chuck to a motherfucking bar. It's showtime. Let's go.